ready for the next part of lesson 2 of our spelling. You have just got finished writing on our index cards the words that you might have been struggling with in the pre-test, which is okay because they're brand new words. You're not going to know all of them. Now the next part that we're going to do is you're going to take the cards. For instance, here's one word, triumph. Now I'm going to write that word using spaces in between the syllables directly underneath that word. So in triumph, I have 2 syllables, try and umph. Triumph, just like that. And that's what we were doing for lesson 1 when we first started writing our words. So you're going to go through all of your words and do that exact same thing. The next part that we're going to do is we're going to highlight any of the letters that we had a hard time with when we were spelling. So for the word triumph, the letters that I had a hard time with were the P and the H. Because in my head I think it should be an F because it sounds, you know, triumph. But nope, it's a P and an H. So I have to highlight the P and the H. And that will help me remember when I'm studying that it's spelled with a PH. And it'll stick out in my head. So you can see on my triumph, I highlighted the P and the H so I can remember. So you're going to go through and break down every word into syllables using spaces and highlight any of the letters that you might have had a hard time doing. So, or spelling. The next part we're going to need your learning coach's help. So your learning coach is going to gather up these index cards that have the words on there that you're going to be studying. Your learning coach is going to say the word and you're going to repeat it back. So, first step, your learning coach says the word triumph. You as a student are going to repeat back to your learning coach, triumph. Next part, you're going to say out loud the syllables as you write them with spaces in between. So triumph, I would go triumph. And as soon as I can write it correctly in the syllables using the space, I'm going to write beneath it the word without a space. Just like that. So now say your learning coach gave you the next word and it was area. You would say area and then you would write it saying the syllables out loud. There's 3 syllables in area. Now I got that correct. There's spaces in between. Now I can write it all together. Area. And your learning coach will be there with you to help you if you need any help along the way. So as soon as you're done with all of the words and writing them, breaking them into syllables, and then writing them together, you're going to gather up your cards and you're going to place them in your spelling box that you created under the current unit. So here's mine. Here's the first tab. I'm going to put my spelling words right there so I can refer to them when I need practice. Close it up, file it away, and then you're going to grab your student page book like this, turn it to lesson 2, which is page number 2, to match the meaning. And what this is there's definitions right here, and you need to write on the line what word goes with it. So let's do the first one together. It says, slanting, crossing from corner to opposite corner. Well, I think corner to opposite corner. I think the seat belt, which was the diagonal. So I would write on that line, I would write diagonal. And you go all the way down the page to number 10, flip the book over, and this side has questions. So right here, the first one says, what does the prefix uni mean? Unicorn, unicycle. What does uni mean? It means, well, you're going to have to write the answer on that page. And your learning coach can look at it and help you But I want you to do your very best to do it all by yourself. And I know you can do it because you are just a smarty pants. And when you're done with that, there's one other video that you can watch and you are done for the day. Just make sure you fill out your attendance. Thanks so much for coming today.